Ahmad lives in hiding for the last almost 4 months in the outskirts of Kabul, in an abandoned house at the basement, which barely has any glass. Winter, the house is ice cold. Ahmad has a wife, a pregnant wife, 8 months pregnant.
I am pregnant. I need good care, medicine and food. As my husband is under high treat, he cannot go outside for work to fulfill my needs.
They both are hiding there. Ahmad was a very respectful and productive member of the Afghan military who was hired almost 18 years ago directly by Americans, trained by Americans. Ahmad was a bright kid, very intelligent student at school and also college. Ahmad was proud of himself. He was fighting against terrorism. He, in fact, was fighting for American interest in Afghanistan. Tens of thousands of young Afghans like Ahmad dedicated their lives to American cause in Afghanistan, but yet they were keep doing it. Ahmad was member of a 300 military official union, which they were securing communication between American troops and Afghan troops. He was in fact the leader.
We are the leaders of a union for Afghan officers. We were employed by L3 Harris, the direct contractor of Department of Defense. We, the subcontractors, worked for Department of Defense as officers. We supported the United States in their successor mission, and we stood with them till end of their mission in Afghanistan.
Taliban are looking everywhere for Ahmad. This is over 4 months that Ahmad barely can sleep. And when he sleeps with his eyes open. Ahmad is not alone.
The singers, artists, plumbers, and comedians are recognized as people at high risk, but we as real supporters of United States, who played the most significant and technical role in terrorist elimination project and performed critical and dangerous duties in different missions in all over Afghanistan, are left behind.
We, as Afghan military radio operators, carried out the United States project in last decade to help Afghan National Police, Afghan National Army, and United States troops to combat against terrorism in Afghanistan.
Thousands like him are hiding somewhere because they're scared for their lives. Taliban, at the dark of the nights, they go out, they find them, and quietly kill them. Ahmad told me that even the night before, about 2 kilometers away, 8 p.m. fighting start until 12 midnight. The next day, he found out that Taliban attacked a house which 4 brothers were living there. They were all members of part of a military which was called 01. I'm sure American officials that they worked in Afghanistan, they know that. 2 of them were killed, 2 were captured. Yes, Ahmad, just like tens of thousands of young Afghans, fought with Americans side by side. War against terrorism. They were all pumped up by Americans that we are fighting against terrorism, against Taliban. The Taliban that he was told that they are the terrorists, and he fought for 18 years against them. He told me that day for the first time I thought that I miscalculated. But then he convinced himself, he told me, by saying if Americans were so good, kind, to treat their enemies like this, they're not gonna abandon us. They will take care of us. August 2021, after the fall of Kabul, Americans rescued thousands of people from Kabul airport. Which many of them were not in danger. But Ahmad and all the 300 members of this union, they were not rescued. They contacted American army officials or some people in America. Then they were kind enough to tell them to go where. They sent them to a safe house, which there was a Britain military official there. They were there in the promise that they're going to be rescued and they will be transferred to somewhere in America or Europe. They were there for weeks.
We kindly request United States government to evacuate us based on our high qualifications and knowledge, eligibility, threat that we are involved in, and most importantly, based on United States commitment. It's our right to be evacuated as America allies. It's America's moral obligation toward Afghans not to leave them behind and act according to its promises and commitments.
Ahmad, his wife, and perhaps the newborn is praying to God to see if someone like you can hear them and do something about it. If you're an American official, if you're someone in media, if you're a rich person that you want to help Ahmad, his wife, and some of those other members of his team, please email me.